Good Sunday morning, everyone. We are back with episode 8 of the Puppet Pulpit Sunday School. I'm Micah LeClercq, and this is Harrison.
Yes. It is nice to meet you all. Okay, Micah, can I go?
No, we just started filming. Why do you want to go?
Well, I have business to attend to. Namely, stopping a bunch of hooligans from destroying my home.
What are you talking about?
Micah, I'm at the end of my rope. The past few weeks have been a nightmare.
Well, I did hear that you had some guests that were overstaying their welcome.
Indeed, Stu and Amal have been staying at my house, and they're going to drive me insane!
Why are they living with you anyway?
What? Who would knock on my door at this hour? If it's another Girl Scout troop selling cookies, I'll tag along them in the Samoa! Stay right here, Harrison II. I'm coming! Oh, it's you, Stu.
Were you expecting a vacuum cleaner salesman?
No.
Oh, good. Vacuum cleaners are loud and they scare me.
It's the middle of the night, Stu. Can I help you?
I think so. I need a place to stay tonight.
Why?
Well, you see, my house sort of burned down.
Speak up, man. I can't hear you.
My house burned down, okay? It's a long story, but I just don't have anywhere else to go. Can you help a brother out?
Fine, you can stay here, but only for one night.
Yes! Oh, thank you, Harrison, thank you! All right, let's see what kind of couch you got for crashing on. Ooh, it's made out of genuine cashew!
Cashmere. And don't jump on it.
I will resist the temptation.
Whoa!
Hello to you, Hamilton.
It's Harrison, Ahmal.
Where? I owe him money.
Never mind. Where did you come from?
From under your porch. I live there now.
What? When did you start living under my house?
When these Axpies across the street found me living under their deep fryer and then they kicked me out. A shame, too. The fried chicken fumes always helped me sleep.
Wait, what did he say?
Can I please stay here just for tonight, Harrington?
Harrison. My name is Harrison.
Harrison, okay. Well, anyway, can I please come in? It's nighttime, and that is when the wolves come out.
Fine. Sanity is overrated anyway.
Oh, thank you so much, Reginald.
Reginald isn't even close to Harrison.
Hey, Harrison, don't you think it's pretty?
Stu, be careful with that lighter. No wonder your house burned down.
Betsy didn't do it!
All right. Just get it out of here.
Sorry, girl. You have to sleep outside. Don't worry, Betsy. I still love you.
Hey, Stu, is that you?
Well, pluck my feathers. It's Ahmal Mule. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great now that you're here. Now we can have pillow fights and put pixie sticks in Mountain Dew and have a slumber party!
Woohoo!
I'm going to have a stroke.
Well, I know Stu and Amal can be a little bit much, but they're great guys.
6 weeks. They've been living in my house for 6 weeks, and they won't leave!
Well, how bad is it?
Harrison, calm down. Breathe. I know you've only had 45 minutes of sleep last night, and they've trashed your home, but you can't lose it on them. What are you doing with my hairdryer?
It feels like a summer breeze.
Don't make eye contact. You'll only catch what they have. I'm going to lie down.
Your turn.
Well, sounds like you need a little patience.
I know. No kidding. But Micah, I'm not a patient person.
Well, have you tried asking them to leave?
Repeatedly. They always have an excuse. One more night of this, Micah, and I'm going to go bananas on them. And I hate bananas.
Harrison, you can't just yell at them. James 1:19 says, "Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath." You have to think carefully before you speak and calm down before you get angry. Being impatient will only make the situation worse.
Micah, I don't think you understand. They're messing with my stuff.
You should go see Scooter at his chalkboard. He usually has good advice about these sort of things.
Really? Talk to Scooter? That's the best you could do?
Well, that's usually how this show works.
Fine, I'll go talk to Scooter.
He's gonna teach us about the Lord. It's time for Scooter's chalkboard.
Hey there, everybody. My name's Scooter, and welcome to my chalkboard. Today, we are going to be talking about... Harrison!
Sorry, Scooter. I seem to have slipped on something on the floor.
Hey, look at that. You found my dentures. Let's see.
That is the stuff of nightmares.
That's when I thought. Too big.
Well, Micah sent me here. He said that you could help me out with my situation.
Well, I can try my best. What's wrong?
Well, I don't have any patience.
What would I know about patience? I'm not a doctor.
No, not that kind of patience.
Temper. You need a Bible story about being patient.
Oh, that's what I wanted.
Patience is when you are angry or upset, but you decide to calm down instead of lashing out at whoever is hurting you. Frankly, Harrison, there's a lot of people in the Bible who had to be patient. Joseph was sold to Egyptian slavers by his own brothers, but when Pharaoh was having bad dreams and did not know what they meant, Joseph was able to interpret them and save all of Egypt from a famine. His brothers came to Egypt for food and did not even know who he was. Joseph could have killed his brothers in revenge, since he was the second most powerful man in Egypt, but he was patient with them and he decided to love them instead. Job lost everything he had ever owned, but instead of losing his cool and cursing God, Job trusted God. And because he thanked God instead of getting upset with him, God gave him double the blessings when the test was over. Because Job waited and was patient, God blessed him. Even Jesus got into several arguments with Pharisees, but he never yelled at them or hit them or anything like that. Instead, he outsmarted them with his words, and the people loved Jesus because of how kind and calm he was, even to his enemies.
But what is the point of being patient? Getting angry makes you heard.
Harrison, if I started screaming at you for something you did wrong, would you care about what I had to say? Or would you just get mad right back at me?
I would think that you're just being mean.
Exactly. Patience is very important. We are Christians, which means we follow Jesus. If we are kind to people that hurt us, we not only show them that they aren't getting to us, but that Jesus is kind too. If we are nasty though, they will think the opposite about us and Jesus. The truth is, people may hear you when you are loud and mad, but they don't listen unless you are civil with them.
Well, I hate to break up the party, but I disagree.
Oh, great. Bernie the devil.
Don't listen to this old man, monkey boy. Patience don't get you nowhere. It makes you look weak and feeble. People only listen to you when you make yourself look scary, and you do that by getting hostile and cranky and vicious.
Scooter, put your teeth in.
Huh? Okay.
Ah! The devil is real! Help me, please!
I knew that would work.
Oh, it's
Did you learn anything from Scooter?
Indeed, patience is a lot more effective than getting out of hand.
Exactly, Harrison. There are a lot of situations where your patience can be tested. Maybe someone is talking behind your back at school. Maybe there's a government policy that you or your parents don't agree with and it's actually hurting you. And maybe you have friends who are getting on your nerves.
Well, you don't have to get all snippy with me.
Well, aren't Ahmal and Stu your friends?
Indeed, from a distance.
Then I would think that being impatient is not worth losing your friends over. Talk to them again. Sometimes you gotta be firm and assertive when you talk to people, and for some people, being reasonable doesn't work. But I promise you this, being reasonable will always prevail over being belligerent.
I see what you're saying. I'll talk to them tonight.
Good, Harrison. And if you have problems, come talk to me and I'll help, okay? Some people think that being patient is a sign of weakness. That isn't true at all. And to the people that think that way, they need to read their Bible. The Bible says that vengeance is God's, and He will always deal with the bad people or situations in your life. It may take a little while, but wait on God. Always stand up for yourself, but that doesn't mean engaging in fights. And for other things that people say, sometimes we just have to let it go. That reminds me of a song.
No!